this is looking at skills homework number 2 that is due Thursday, March 3rd. All right, number 1, an airplane took off and reached an altitude of 10,000 feet in 25 minutes. How many feet per minute on average did the airplane climb? So it will go 10,000 feet in 25 minutes. I want to know how far it will go in 1 minute. Okay, there's other ways to work it, but that would be basically how you would set it up if you're stuck. Okay, number 2, the temperature at noon was negative 3 degrees Celsius. By 10 p.m. on the same day, the temperature decreased by 5.4 or 5 4/10 degrees. What was the temperature at 10 p.m.? So think about it. Picture it on a number line. You're at -3 and it decreased. So you're going to go this way 5.4 more degrees. Number 3, Derek spends $3 on breakfast and $5.50 on lunch every school day. How much does he spend on breakfast and lunch in a school week? So I would figure out how much he spent per day and then think of how many days you have in a school week and see how much money he would spend all week long. Number 4, an artist is cutting pieces of ribbon to use in a project. Each piece he cuts measures 7/8 of an inch. The artist cuts off 5 pieces. How many total inches of ribbon has he cut? So he's cutting 5 of these. So we're going to multiply that by 5. Just multiply straight across and then change that improper fraction to a mixed number. Number 5, what is the value of this? So this is multiplication. They're both negatives, and that's multiplication. Remember this little crazy looking face? So if these are both negatives, you're going to cover up the 2 negatives. So you know your answer is a positive. So you can eliminate a couple of your answer choices. And then you're going to multiply, which if you would estimate, say this is about 5, and that's about 8. 5 times 8 is about 40. And if you've already eliminated 2 answer choices, then just by estimating, you could probably figure out which of the 2 choices even make sense of the 2 that are left. If not, then multiply it out. So when you would multiply it out, I would put 8.25 on top and 4.5 on bottom. Remember, you don't line up decimal points whenever you're multiplying. That's only when you add or subtract. So multiply, and then when you get to the end, you have 2 numbers there to the right of the decimal point and 1 there. So your final answer needs 3 numbers to the right of the decimal point. Now, don't just eliminate this one because it only has 2 numbers to the right of the decimal point, because when you work it out, you might end up with that right there and they dropped it off. Okay, so you could still estimate and figure out which answer it is, but don't eliminate these 2 right here simply because they only have 2 numbers after the decimal point. Because this one could end up with a 0 and then you could drop it off to get one of those answers. All right, number 6. Jaleel mixed this much water and this much sugar. How many more cups? This should say of sugar than water. Sorry about that. All right, so we're going to subtract. So we have 1 5/6 minus 3/8. Okay, first thing I need to do is I need to make this an improper fraction. So remember, that would be the whole Texas thing. So that's going to give me 11/6 minus 3/8. I can't subtract them if the denominators are different. I have to cut them into the same number of pieces. So I need to find a number that 6 and 8 will both go into. Put that number here. And then whatever you do to 6 to get that number, you have to do the same thing to 11. Okay, and then make this one have a common denominator also. And then subtract. When you get your answer, make sure then you change it to a mixed number. Simplify. Number 7. Arnon paid $3.50 for a rug. The price of the rug that Bill purchased was 2/5 of that price. How much will Bill pay for the rug? Okay, a couple ways to work it. You can either multiply 350 by 2/5, or you could take 350 and split it into fifths. Now when you get this answer, that's only 1/5, and we need 2/5. So don't forget that part. Number 8, the Martin family spends $518 on groceries in a week. What is the average amount the family spent on groceries per day? This is for the whole week, so each day is less than that. Okay, so we're not going to multiply. You're going to split this into the whole week. Now, it doesn't say school week, so there are 7 days in a week, so you want to split this into 7 days. Number 9, Fatima wants to purchase a scarf, for $45 and a sweater for $77.50. She currently has $100. How much more does she need to purchase the 2 items? So figure out how much it's going to cost her to buy both of those things, and then take away the $100 and see what's left. Number 10, product. You got to remember, product means multiply. So we have 3.4 times 2.5. One number there, one number there. So once you get your answer, you need 2 numbers to the right of the decimal point. This one is negative and this one is positive. So go back over here, the little crazy face. One is positive and one is negative. So I'm going to cover up one positive and one negative. Whatever's left over is the sign that you're going to use. Okay. Be sure and have it turned in by Thursday. Turn it in early if you want your bonus 5 points.